Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We are going into this month's event quest for November. This is chapter 1.1, End Boss's Ghost. Not too difficult of a fight here, but a couple things to keep in mind. So it's got this Nerves of Steel node, which basically gives Ghost a passive armor up every 6 seconds. And basically you can only remove those by hitting into her block. She's got armor break immunity, so you can't take out her phasing and everything like that. Polka dot power, you only gain power while she's suffering from a damage over time debuff. And then it's got this knockdown dot node, which is new, where if you knock her down, any of the dot damage that's going on, it's significantly reduced. And then now you see me, so if you don't hit her within 6 seconds, you falter and can miss. So I decided to bring in my rank 5 Venom the Duck. I figured I'd give this a shot. When I saw that she gets this passive armor every 6 seconds, I'm like, I bet Venom the Duck can take advantage of that on his special too. So Venom the Duck, he can apply bleeds. So that's going to be able to get him the polka dot power to actually be able to get to a special. So if your champion doesn't do some type of bleed, poison, shock, incinerate, something like that, you're not going to gain power. You won't be able to throw any specials unless you can gain power passively somehow. Like Ghost can phase power, Hyperion can get his power gain buffs, stuff like that. Outside of mechanics like that, just basic hits won't do anything. So we're almost to a special 2 now. I don't want to hit into her block because I want her to have as many of those passive armors as possible. And she's got the 10, which is the max. So I'm going to have her throw a special 2 now that I'm at my special 2, and then I'm going to try to just wail on her. I got to watch out for that falter. There, we're good. We're going to wait it out just because I felt like it was close and I didn't want to mess up. And all right, here we go. So we're going to launch the special 2, and hopefully we get some toxic armor placed, and we get 2, which is great. And then you're going to see pretty solid damage, 2, and I think one of those was 8k on the toxic damage, so she's getting quite a bit of damage back. Unfortunately, she was kind of passive, and it wasn't enough to get her in one phase of that toxic armor, but it was pretty close. We're almost back to a special 2 already. I felt like the bleed chance that I got while that toxic armor was on was a lot better when I first tried to build it up. We get another 2 toxic armors, and then she's pretty much dead. So that was kind of a fun one. I didn't have Venom the Duck ramped up at all. That was the first fight I used him in. And yeah, worked out pretty well. And we're going to move on to the next one, which I'm going to use my Immortal Abomination. So I had rank 3 Immortal Abomination a while back. I just recently awakened him at the end of October, which is awesome. And we're going to try him out. I think I do mess up once, not remembering to deal with the falter from the Now You See Me node. But because he's got access to a lot of poison, he's going to be gaining power pretty easily from the polka dot power. And I'm just going to try to get a lot of poisons on and acid burn her. Now she can phase off a lot of the poisons, so I will need to be aware and cautious of that, because if you get like 8-9 poisons on her and then you slip and mess up, and she's converted those through a phase, she's gonna have like 9 furies or whatever. So yeah, and I also did apply the Mr. Fantastic pre-fight debuffs, all 3 of them: suppression, petrify, and debuff siphoner. Now the debuff siphoner is gonna help. It's gonna help give me extra damage on the poisons. Suppress is just gonna help me get her less power. The petrify, not really gonna do anything for this fight, but I just threw it on there. And so we got her up to 9 poisons. We do a knockdown now, so when you see the knockdowns, you can see the poison damage and everything goes down quite a bit. and a lot of those fall off. We're trying to get her to throw a special. Finally, she throws it. We're faltering. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention there. Missed, but luckily I didn't get punished for it. Now we're going to throw our L3, get some acid burn going. Yeah, but the damage that she takes after you knock her down isn't like super great because of the knockdown dot node, but Abomination does well here. I thought it was going to be a little bit quicker than he was, but maybe that's just because I was knocking her down more than maybe I should have been. Yeah, there I totally tried to dex out and I just eat the special one. Didn't really do much damage. Hitting into her block, trying to get rid of some of those armors, get some more poisons on, trying to get back up to like a special 2 or something. So right there, so she just converted all of those poisons, and then I got hit because I wasn't paying attention to the falter. So yeah, that one, those hits hurt. But it's, you know, this isn't a tricky fight by any means, but just as long as you're aware of the falter coming around. And I don't know, I felt like she was a little bit passive with throwing specials and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. There we had to wait out the falter. Maybe if you brought somebody that dealt with the falter, that you can just bypass the miss. You know, I do think Human Torch could be really well, do well with incinerates and everything like that. Get Nova Flame on. Yeah, but really not the most complicated fight, but you do want somebody that can pretty much do damage over time. Otherwise you're just not going to see a special, which is going to draw out this fight quite a bit. And I think we finish this off with the special 2. Oh, we got the acid burn conversion, and she just melts. So a little bit slower than the Venom the Duck fight, I think. And then last up, I'm just gonna go with an OG champ that I used to use a ton. That's Blade. Ghost is a villain. Blade can bleed. I put on a full a Trinity team for Blade with Ghost Rider and Stark Spidey. And we're just gonna bleed her out. He was, I think, by far, the quickest out of the 3. And we're all going to put on the debuff siphoner and the suppress. This time I don't put on the petrify because the petrify is not going to do anything. Debuff siphoner is going to help enhance the bleeds. Suppress is just going to help her to not get as much power. Therefore we see less specials, which is typically what I want to happen. But you can see there, I don't know what happened, but it seemed like the danger sense prevented the debuff siphoner from applying, I guess, which I thought was weird. So it never applied, which kind of stinks because that was the one I probably wanted the most because I wanted the bleeds to do more damage. But yeah, it didn't apply. I let the suppress fall off, whatever. And yeah, we're just gonna try to bleed her a lot. We've already got up to special 2. You know, Blade does get the power gain just from being close to an opponent that's bleeding. Then you also have the polka dot power gain, so he's gonna get a lot of specials. And this one goes pretty easy, pretty quick, and we're gonna throw off another special 2. Not as many bleeds on that one, got a few at the end. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Who did you guys use? Anybody that went super quick, super fast? Yeah, I just tried these 3 guys. Worked pretty well. Nothing too crazy. It's just chapter 1.1. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.